Before becoming a priest, Nigel Mumford spent 7 years as a drill instructor for England's Royal Marine Corps. His military service included combat, where he experienced the horrors of war up close.
I was shot at 3 times, blown up 5 times. I was wounded in the head.
His wounds, however, were not only physical.
The biggest fear I had as a drill instructor was that one of the guys I was taking through basic would die, and then 4 of them did. And that pushed me right over the edge. I couldn't speak for a week, and I stuttered very badly for 6 months with full-blown shell shock.
Recovery has been a long process.
There were many triggers. A car would backfire and I'd hit the deck and roll over with an imaginary gun in my hand. And it's been very slow.
That all changed when he received healing for his emotional and mental pain through a spiritual experience.
I was suddenly back on the street, and God really did something with me and brought the memory back, but with Christ in the memory. And that was the defining moment.
After returning from wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, U.S. military personnel have been killing themselves in alarming numbers. An estimated 22 vets commit suicide every day. Psychiatrists blame the suicides on post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. Father Nigel Mumford hopes to provide help and healing to vets through his ministry called the Welcome Home Initiative. The project is an intense 3-day retreat for combat veterans who suffer from PTSD. It's designed to provide them a safe place that can begin a healing process.
We don't condemn, we don't condone, we listen as Christ would listen. We invite Christ into the memory. So really what we're doing is replaying the DVD in their mind, and at some point stopping, pushing the pause button, and then having them look around for Christ. Where is Christ in this memory? And that is the key to setting captives free from memories that haunt. And really, these men and women have been haunted.
Of the 2 million American veterans from Iraq and Afghanistan, experts estimate as many as 300,000 may silently suffer from PTSD, making programs like Welcome Home vital.
If we can save one life or hundreds of lives through this ministry in bringing Christ into that wound, knowing that memories can be healed, that's the key.
A key goal is helping vets deal with the memory and pain of taking a human life.
God told me to anoint the trigger finger of this man who was a sniper, and to actually put oil on the finger and to set that trigger finger free. The Bible's very clear that we are, the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not kill, which actually is thou shalt not commit murder. But in Ecclesiastes it says there is a time to kill and a time to heal. And for veterans, that's a big deal. And I've met people who are so hurt by that, they've condemned themselves. I released this finger for what it had to do. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for releasing this right now. It is finished, Jack. It is finished. Welcome home. Welcome home.
Joe longed to be free from tormenting thoughts following his service in Vietnam. He says help from government-sponsored programs only lasted a short time, so he didn't put much faith in the Welcome Home Initiative.
When I went, honestly, my thoughts about it was, this is another one of them deals where I'm going to go to another program and I'm going to leave there just like I got there. I might feel better surfacely for a day or two, and then same old, because that's what I experienced out of all those coping stuff.
This time around, he says, something clicked.
There's a general peace about the situation that was never there before. And I would encourage anybody, and I think God can even really honestly use this to show a person his realness. Because if you struggle with this thing for 40 years and you see it taken care of, any part of it at all, I mean, you gotta see God in it.
Other vets agree that spiritual connection is the key to lasting peace.
You can provide physically and to nurture and everything else, but if you don't have a spiritual backup and a background on things to really help people and to have the Lord just come in and really minister, graphically to these people, then, it's only really a patch job.
Mumford hopes to expand the program through churches and other organizations. DVD teachings are available for groups to use with the hope that combat veterans can find the healing and freedom they desperately need and so rightfully deserve.
It's such a privilege. It's like you're holding a soul in your hand for a moment. And you're just seeing that person melt and come back to reality.
Charlene Aaron, CBN News.